guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is Friday and I decided that I wanted to film a story time video that is going out right after I film it. But it's just a story time video about the time that I met Nikki on April 1st. It was last year. I realized that. I don't know why I was thinking it was like 2 years ago. Maybe because I feel like it happened a long time ago. But anyway, it was last year and I met her at WrestleMania Access. And I just wanted to do a story time to like talk about like my entire day leading up to that and the actual day that I met her, which was Saturday, April 1st. So, it was that Friday, March 31st, because there's 31 days in March. I think March 31st. Yeah, there's 31 days in March. Anyway, it was that Friday, and I was gonna meet her that Saturday. So that Friday, I packed everything that I needed Thursday night because we were gonna headed to Orlando early Friday morning. So yeah, I packed everything I was gonna need. I had my my Stay Fearless hat. I had my Raw Women's Championship belt. I had my pop toy that I wanted her to sign, and I had my Totally Fearless shirt. I had my Brimo flannel because why just rep one of the Bella twins, and I had my necklaces, my Brimo necklace and my Fearless Nikki necklace, and so yeah, and a couple other outfits. So yeah, I packed everything I needed the day before, the night before, kind of the night before. But anyway, I packed everything and then we woke up on Friday at about 10 or 9. It was like 9 or 10. Excuse me. Because we didn't want to like leave super early because I wasn't meeting her until Saturday morning. So we got up and we left for Florida at 10. We left exactly at 10 because we got up at 9 and we left at 10. So we left at 10. We drove to Florida. It was a very lengthy drive. I'm just gonna say that. I watched some movies and listened to some music, and so yeah, we drove to Florida. And then we got to Florida, we got to our hotel and everything, and I posted a picture on Instagram right after we did get to our hotel. We got there at about noon. No, it was about 2 in the afternoon, like almost like 2, like it was after 2, but it was not that close to 3, so I would say 2:30. So yeah, it was about a 4.5 hour drive. Florida's a long time away. But anyway, we got to our hotel and I took that picture. Then we went to get Subway for dinner. And it was good. I don't really like Subway that much, but it was good. We got Subway and we like figured out the layout and everything, how far the convention center was away and all of that. And so we did all of that, and then I watched Hall of Fame after all of that, and then I took a picture of everything that I was putting in my bag when I was gonna go to the convention center on Saturday. I put all of that in there, and then I went to bed. I didn't really go to bed until like 2 o'clock in the morning because I really was like really excited to meet Nikki. So yeah, I didn't go to bed that early because I was excited. Like when I am excited about something, it's hard for me to sleep the night before. So yeah. And we had to get up super bright and early. We had to get up at 6, like right at 6, in order to make it to the convention center on time. So I got up at 5:45. That's when I set my alarm for. So I really only got like 3 hours of sleep. So I woke up at 5:45, and I took a shower and all of that, and then I got all dressed in my outfit that I was meeting Nikki in, and then my mom and sister got dressed, and then we headed out to the convention center. It was still dark out when we got up because that's how early it was. So we got up and we got to the convention center at about 7. I want to say 7 because we didn't really end up leaving until 6:45. We got to the convention center at about 7:15, and we parked and all of that. And then I vlogged going into Access, and I will probably put that video here just so you could see it, because just talking about it is probably boring. So I'll probably put the video of me walking into Access here. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put that video, I'm gonna insert that video right here, right now. It should be playing right now. So yeah, I walked into Access and I got in line to get my wristband. That said Nikki Bella 10 a.m. on it because that's what time I was gonna meet her. So I got my wristband, because without the wristband I would not be able to meet her. And so I got my wristband. My mom and sister got in another line because they were general admission, and Nikki was VIP for Access last year. And so I got my wristband and all of that, and then I was in line. We were in line for probably about 10-15 minutes because we couldn't go in until 8. And so I was in line until 8, and then they let us in. Well, they let us in at about 7:55, because we were VIP. So we the line started going in, and as you can see in the video, I probably still have it playing. When we were walking in, they had music playing and all of that, and of course they had the posters of the WWE superstars, and I got footage of all of that. And then I went in at 8, and then I was walking around waiting for my mom and sister to come in because that's when we were going to go and do things before I had to meet Nikki. So I went in and I waited for them. I walked around a little bit because I had to figure out where exactly Nikki was gonna be so I wouldn't miss getting in line to meet her. So I walked around a little bit and got some stuff from the vendors that were there. And I walked around and I watched a little. They had a NXT match going on, and it happened to be right where I was gonna be, where Nikki was gonna be doing her meet and greet. So they had the NXT match going on. So me and my sister watched that a little bit, and so we watched the NXT match. I don't have any footage of this because I don't know why. I guess I was too nervous to vlog anything else. So I mainly just took pictures. So, yeah. But we watched the match, and then my sister wanted nachos. So my mom got her nachos. I couldn't eat because I was way too nervous. So my sister got nachos, and I just got something to drink. And by that time, it was about 9:30. And I had 30 minutes until Nikki's meet and greet. I didn't realize at the time when I was watching the NXT match that her meet and greet was gonna be like right next there. So I went to the service desk after my sister got nachos, and I asked her where Nikki was gonna be doing her meet and greet at, and she told me it was over by the NXT thing. So I was like, oh, okay, I was already over there. So now I know where her meet and greet is. So it was about 9:45, and I was like, okay, I'm probably just gonna go stand over there so I can like be in line. Excuse me. So I went, me and my mom and my sister, we went over there. We were still watching the match a little bit. So we were still watching the match a little bit, and it was about 5 minutes to 10. And when we left from over where the match was at to go stand where Nikki was doing her meet and greet, the line had already like formed. And so I was like, oh my gosh, it's so many people here to meet Nikki today. Like, but we were VIP, so it didn't matter. Like, the time wasn't going to run out or anything. But it was a lot of Bella Army members in line by the time I got back over there at like 9:50 something. So I went and got in line, and my mom and sister went around to the side because they had like barricade things to where the people who weren't going to meet her could stand. And so my mom and sister went over there, and I was in line, and then Nikki came out, and I think I have a video of that too. I'm not entirely sure. I might have a video of that. If I do, I will insert it. If I don't, I apologize. But then she came out, and Nikki came out, and she went to meet the handicap accessible Bella Army members. She met them first, and she like did her meet and greet with them, and then she came over to meet the rest of us. And then I will insert the video of me meeting her right now. And I'm just gonna say, like, meeting her, I cried instantly afterwards. Like, I didn't cry when I met her. I don't know why. Surprisingly, I didn't. But I told her I loved her. She told me she loved me back. And she was like, thank you for being in the Bella Army, and thank you for supporting her. And I was like, just smiling because I couldn't really say anything else. But so we got our picture, and I will insert the picture too over here. So I took my picture with her, and I got my little card thing to print my picture out and like save my picture on my phone or whatever I want to do with it. I got that, and then I went to my mom and sister and instantly started crying. There's a picture of me crying, and here it is, and I looked ugly, and it was so bad, but I started crying instantly after meeting her, because it was just amazing. Like, Nikki and Brie, as I've said before, were the first WWE superstars that I liked. Well, female, because I have always loved John Cena. But yeah, I cried instantly after meeting her because it was just a dream come true, and I've always been wanting to meet her. When I asked my mom if we could go to WrestleMania Access to go and meet Nikki, and she said yes, like, I was so happy. So after meeting her, I went back around, and Mama Bella was sitting on the side, like, with the gifts. Oh, and I did get Nikki gifts. I don't think I took a picture of the actual gifts, but I did take a picture of the bag that the gifts were in. I got Brie something for Birdie, and I got Nikki a Wonder Woman mug, and I don't remember if I put anything else in. Oh, and I wrote them letters. But anyway, yeah, Mama Bella was sitting over there, and I actually got a picture with her, and there it is. I actually got a picture with her, and that was, I love that too, because I got to meet Mama Bella as well, when I was just supposed to only be meeting Nikki and getting a picture with Nikki, but I met Mama Bella too, and so that was good. And so after that, we just walked around a little bit more. I tried to go and meet Naomi, but her line was really long, and the session was almost over because I got done meeting Nikki at about 10. That's just how long it took. And that's the time session 1 was over with for Saturday. So I didn't get to meet Naomi, and the Usos meet and greet was at the same time because they were all in session one. And because it took so long with the meet and greet for Nikki, because it was so many Bella Army members, by the time I wanted to meet anybody else, we had ran out of time, and they were like closing everything off and like saying no more people can come in to do the meet and greet. So I was really sad about that because I was saying on Instagram how happy I was that I was probably gonna get to meet the Usos and Naomi and Lana, and I just thought I was gonna get to meet all of them, but their meet and greets, like I said, were right. I had a little bit of time when we first got there, but I didn't know where anybody's meet and greets were, and so that was hard. Plus, I just really didn't want to meet. I didn't want to miss. I didn't want to miss Nikki's meet and greet. Like, I didn't want to miss that, so I was like nervous and scared and didn't want to hop in a line that was super super long to meet Lana, and then Nikki's meet and greet started, and then I would not be able to get out of the line to go and meet her, and she was the VIP person I came to meet. So like that was another factor, but I was really sad that I didn't get to meet anyone else. And so yeah, they were all in the same session. I was only going to one session that day because I wasn't staying for WrestleMania because I had school the next day, and so I didn't not on Sunday. I had school on Monday after WrestleMania, so that's why we didn't stay for WrestleMania. So that's what happened. I didn't get to meet anybody else because they were all at the same time, and I would have either not gotten to meet Nikki because I wouldn't have got over there in time, or I would have met Nikki, and all the other meet and greets were pretty much, they weren't letting anybody else go in after that. So that's why I didn't get to meet anybody else. And I'm not going to WrestleMania this year. I'm not going to Access this year because I have school yet again. And I actually have tests. WrestleMania is this weekend. I have a test on Thursday in one of my classes, and I have another test on the following Monday. So, with that being said, I cannot go to WrestleMania and I cannot go to Access this year. I can't go to Raw on Monday either because I have a test. So yeah, I'm just taking a bunch of tests and can't really go to any wrestling events. I'm really sad about that. So yeah, that was my experience meeting Nikki. After that, I did go to before I met Nikki, I did go to the Superstore, but I did not get anything though because one, everything was really expensive, and I had already it was just expensive, and my ticket to meet Nikki was already expensive because it was VIP. So yeah, I went to the Superstore. Then after I met Nikki, we were on our way back home, and I was happy to be home because the trip home seemed longer than the trip going to Florida. So yeah, but it was a fun weekend. Meeting Nikki will always be something I love and cherish, because it's just, I can't even explain it really, honestly. When you meet, I've said this before, but when you meet your idol or a WWE superstar that you love or a celebrity that you love, it's just, there's no words to describe that feeling. It's just amazing, and I just loved meeting her. It was the best weekend ever. I really hope that I get to meet Brie one day and hopefully meet other WWE superstars one day, but I loved meeting Nikki. I hope you enjoyed this video. I just wanted to sit down and fully talk about my entire weekend of me meeting Nikki, because I didn't get a chance to do that. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up and subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you do not miss when I post a video. I will try to come up, I'm gonna try to do a schedule, but I really can't say because I'm busy, and like when I have time to put a video out, that's when I usually put a video out, like because sometimes I might not have time, and if it conflicts with my schedule of me posting, then like that's not gonna work. So I'm just trying to like find a specific day timeline of when I could post videos, so just bear with me on that. But this video is up and you have finished watching it, and if you enjoyed it, like I said, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and leave any more video suggestions that you have, if you have any, in the comment section below. Thank you for watching. Thank you for coming to my channel. I will see you all in my next video.